Hello, today is, I have my phone, July 9th of 2022. Again, there's been a gap, they're a rather big one, a couple months, but I said a 40-minute thing last time about what was going to be coming up and what was going on and all that, so this is going to be a very short and, okay, first of all, been one or two videos made between these times, not much though because I've been busy with stuffs, and most importantly, busy with people's, and then some more health stuff. Primary summary from before was, I can't remember if in the last one I talked about my going to the Aesthetic Perfection concert and how awesome that was. I know I made a video about it that night, but never uploaded it. But that, seriously, if you haven't, check them out. The ankle, I know I mentioned that in the last one. My ankle is still fucked. It's been fucked since February. However, it's significantly less so now. The plan now is, if you recognize the background at all, is because I am in Tirana again, and I'm staying at the same Airbnb that I had stayed in when I was using this as my base last year. I went to the US after Germany, and I stayed with Roxanne and Harry and had a wonderful time hanging out with them and seeing them. And I went to camp and saw my family that was there, and then lots of fun camp things, because there's always lots of fun camp things. A lot of hilarity of different sorts and fun that I had during the whole, like, because I went for like 1 month, from like 10th to the 10th sort of thing, just like bam, 1 month, get in, see my loved ones, go to camp, get the fuck out of the US, you know, that sort of thing. So after that, circle around, I'm back here. While I was there, got to spend time with people that I dearly love, clear up a couple of things with, there was some awkwardness with a few people that I, care about very much, that, we got talked out, because, some things it's just weird to not do face to face, and they're like, it'd been like COVID had like split everybody up for ages, and so I got to see friends and family and, and like really reconnect, both in like, hey, let's talk this out, and like, just like, oh my God, I need a hug, and just like wonderfulness, and so that. And then just silly tomfoolery sort of things. My new partner, I'm very happy about that. Absolutely smitten. That's pretty much the highlights of the time that I was in the US for that month, was saw friends and family, made new partner, did silly stuff. Not really much specifics to go into besides that. Yeah. If I think of stuff, it'll pop up later. I mean, it's one of those things where it's not like it was dull. It was just that like there was so much fun and funny going on, and also serious and important, but mainly just like my time was very full. So it's like, what do you pick to talk about exactly? Especially when it's been like another month has gone by and stuff. It's like, but keeping this short, since we're already almost 4 minutes in. The entire point of this is that I have been healing the ankle still. Like I said, it's been since February when I damaged it out in Porto, and it is now where it doesn't hurt me every day. I still feel a weird pulling in a place where I didn't before. Like, okay, that's new. It's like, it got better everywhere else. Now a new part hurts, but I'm just gonna take that as part of the healing. That it's all just adjusting to itself. But it's good enough that tomorrow I get on a flight from here over to Belgrade for a couple of days. Hopefully see some friends, got to purchase some stuff from the Decathlon, and then after a couple of days, that Belgrade was the best place that I could get a flight for cheap up to, here to Belgrade was a cheap flight. Spend about 2.5 days there, see friends, buy stuff that I need for the upcoming couple of weeks, because then I would be going a bus ride, which don't even get me into like all the logistics of working out the next 3 weeks of things. It was a nightmare. it took me hours upon hours of finding like cheap but not too long of a distance, but anywho, here to Belgrade, about 2.5 days. And then after doing the stuff I gotta do there, I take a changed but now still working bus route directly from Belgrade up to Dusseldorf, and then spend a night in a hostel or hotel there. I don't know, I got a place to stay, it's reserved. Then I take a bus from Dusseldorf to Nijmegen, a couple of days in a hostel or hotel there. And then I switch to one of the essentially pop-up campsites that happen during the 4 days marches. I switch after that 2 days in a hostel or hotel, whatever it is, to the campsite, which I am there for another week. And that's why I need to hit the decathlon over at Belgrade, because I need to get a sleeping pad for my tent. I've got my tent and all that with me. I've got to get a camelback system. I've long used one, but let's just say that for anything I'm like, but there was a reason why I don't have it with me. But I need to get a sleeping pad from there. I'm debating whether or not, I think I'm going to just go with my travel blankie, and once I'm up in Nijmegen, I'll be able to tell, you know, am I going to need a sleeping bag for there or not? Because this time of year is kind of like, maybe not. So, and it's a major event with all these pop-up campsites and stuff, and it's, I mean, I'm going to be able to buy a sleeping bag if I need to up there. If not, like, take a fucking day out to Dusseldorf or something and pick one up. I don't know how big Nijmegen is on a non-festival period. I mean, I know it's not a tiny town. I'm just saying I don't know where things are located there as far as like public transportation. This part, it's a new town for me. So, but in any case, I'm just getting a sleeping pad. I'm going to get I'm going to see if I need a sleeping bag after I get there, since I'll be there outside of the campsite a couple of days anywho, so I'll get the feel for the weather. And then, I have 2-3 days in the campsite, which vegan food, oh, this is going to be a lot of fun. And then the walks begin. And that's where I'm nervous about my ankle. It has healed up enough that I think, you know, they give you plenty of time to do the walks during the day. So I assume that it's going to be kind of fucked up the last couple of days. I'm using the F word a lot in this because I'm running just like I told my partner, I'm running the past few days just purely on anxious adrenaline. I'm just like, but I bought some clothes here for Nijmegen. I was able to find the correct type of medical tape that I need because I have to tape my toes, lube my feet, and all sorts of different areas of my body with this sports silicone roll-on stuff. Proper socks, camelback, and I'm going to grab over in Belgrade. And then I have the 4 days marches. Also going to be picking up some clothes that I pre-ordered there, some walking shirts and stuff. It'll be nice and breathy and, you know, meant for that kind of thing. Athletic shirts. I put out on my calendar the schedule for there. Catch the shuttle from the campsite to the starting point is at about 3:30 in the morning. That means to get up, get something in my stomach, do all the lubing and taping and get arounding. I'm going to have to probably get up at 2 a.m. The walk, you know, go into your shuttle bus, you scan in, walk starts at like 5:30-ish, it's on my schedule. And then that evening, you scan back out, and then I have to somehow get food in me and get to sleep and do it all over again. I'm nervous about the ankle. I am. I'm nervous about food. Because it's a big, huge, wonderful event thing going, you know. But then it's like, also it's like, oh, well, great, there's gonna be all kinds of like food stands and festival events and all this, and it's like, but am I gonna really have the energy to enjoy this outside of the, just get the walks done, when I'm having this ankle issue? And I am going to, you know, need food for along on the walk, and lots of water. And then also each night I'm going to have to, you know, carb load and stuff to get going for the next day. And I'm just like, I have to buy like a bunch of food beforehand, and just like in my tent I have my bear bag just sealed with like all these snacks for like each day, and like something to eat the night before. So all this stuff. It's going to be, I'm in the 40 kilometer a day group, 4 days. I am making that son of a bitch, even if I'm crying the last couple of days. I give a fuck. Blisters, fucked up ankle, you name it. I have been waiting roughly 17 years to get to do this again, after the first time I was accepted and it got like, my scheduling got screwed off, so I wasn't able to attend. So I am going to be doing this, and I will be finishing it, and if I'm not, you'll see a video of me just sitting here bawling for a while. If something goes wrong, you're just gonna get like an ugly cry video. But I have faith in me. I have faith in me. Only worry is having been a heat casualty before. But gonna get me a good 2-liter water thingy and make sure it keeps refilled and keep my electrolytes up. Let's see, what else? Yeah, so that is what's coming for the next 2.5, 3 weeks. After that, I am going up to the UK. I need to, I bumped, sorry. I need to do, get my birth control implant redone, get my STD testing and whatnot done, and hopefully see my friends up there. We'll see. Everybody's schedules, we haven't even talked like ahead or anything about it. I'm just sort of like, well, I'm gonna roll up there. I'll send them a message, you know, and see if they're free. But I was hopefully going to be able to go up to the UK earlier. Well, earlier I was hoping to go up to the UK later because one of my friends from the US, a dear friend, is going to be in London in a few weeks. So I was like thinking, oh my gosh, we can like just meet up there because I got stuff I gotta do up there, and I got these friends and that friend, and like this is all gonna come together. I'm gonna get to see her. And then I like looked at like all the planes and buses and timings and costs and went, oh no, because dodging the Schengen zone, I need to basically get in, do Nijmegen, get the fuck out for a few months, at least like 2 months. And you know, that's fine to get back down in you know, the Balkan area and just like go to all the different countries that I haven't seen yet, and like, you know, stop off at a couple that I have already, you know, and see more of them, and just, you know, just totally bum around that area and enjoy the warm weather there, here, as the case may be. But I need to get to the UK, and so I was like, well, it's just gonna be too costly to like go down there and then back up. And besides, I'm going to be, after like with all the arranging of places I'm going to be in November, my partner is coming out and we're going to meet up down in Zagreb. And so London, Nijmegen, Belgrade beforehand, and then eventually Zagreb, and it just like, yeah. So we're coming up on almost 15 minutes. Here's the summary. I'll update later. If you see me ugly cry in my next video, that means something went wrong with Nijmegen, and all I'll be doing is ugly crying for a few days, probably, maybe a few weeks. So if you just get like a snuffly ugly cry video, something went wrong with the Nijmegen march. If nothing goes wrong, this is essentially the plan. You'll be seeing a very much happy video. Tomorrow, I go to Belgrade for about 2 days, 2.5 days. From there, I take an overnight bus from Belgrade up to Dusseldorf. The next day, I take a bus from Dusseldorf to Nijmegen. In Nijmegen, I spend 1 night in a hostel, 2 nights in a hotel, and then I switch to the campsite, which I stay at for about 1 week, over the time of which, in the middle, towards the end of, there is the Nijmegen 4 days marches, which is what I've been, you know, the whole reason I'm going in that area is that event. and it'll be 40 kilometers, 4 days in a row. And I got the equipment that I need as far as body stuff to live and survive for those days. I'm gonna have to like just like bag up a bunch of snacks and like after walk dinner and stuff, because I don't know what I'll be able to get as vegan there. And then after that I have a trip up to London, get some medical stuff done, and then I'm going to be taking another flight or buses back down to Belgrade, because that's just like a really good travel hub for the area, apparently, for the different systems that I use. Because trust me, I checked all these different like cities along the way. I'm like, you get to that city, you have to go through Belgrade. I'm just going to Belgrade because I know, like, I have friends there and stuff, so I'll just go down there, see some people, get back. And after Nijmegen, I'm gonna need like a few days, I'm gonna need like that week in the UK where I'm just gonna be like, I gotta get stuff done, but I hate life, I'm sure. And then I'm gonna take a couple weeks in Belgrade, just chill out, give my body some more time, give my ankle, which I know is gonna be like, oh well, we need a couple more months after you put us through this, And then my next plan after that is Sarajevo, and that's all I got planned so far. That's the next 3 weeks. So yeah, that's the next 3 weeks. And then I'll be in Belgrade for, like I said, a couple weeks, and then the next stop is Sarajevo, and from there I'm just going to wander around the Balkans for a while, and cities, rural, what else? I'll have my camping stuff with me, which is not really entirely legal there, but they also, some of the countries don't care if you're out in the middle of, who gives a hell, if you're out in the mountains, they're like, like most places in the world. But, okay, this is getting too long. That's the plan. I'll put up something in a week and a half, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. That'll either be ugly crying or woohooing. I know that I've talked like really zippy during this, but like I said, anxiety and adrenaline. So, not the clearest state of mind, but I figured I'd throw something up so that like what was going on was kind of known, since it's been a while, and I wanted to like put out there what's coming up, because it's such a big deal and there's just so much in such a short amount of time. So take care, everybody. Goodbye to all my deltas and everybody else out there that bothers to watch. See y'all.